everybody. So it's the next day after Robin was sick the night before. She slept all night through last night. Now I think it was just because she was so tired as well. She woke up, she does have a bit of a cough, but I'm hoping that's all it is. Are you standing up to say hello? Come say hello to everyone. Say hi, everybody. Hi. So she's only just awake. It's just after 9 o'clock in the morning, so that's really good for her, because lately she's been waking up at 8. So I'm doing okay. There's the bump. He's dropped down very low. I'm feeling it. I keep getting really badly winded, but there's 2 weeks to go, so what do you expect? I wanted to do a very quick video on and show you some craft things that I made. I've not really been getting much crochet done, but I did sew some blankets. This one is Robin's one, obviously, and it has like little pictures of Beatrix Potter's characters. So pink on one side, grey on the other, just for the buggy. I actually got the grey material from a charity shop. I got the grey material from a charity shop. I think it could have been 3 meters for like €1. And I got the Beatrix Potter material from the Knitting and Stitching Show in Dublin. And this is going to be our baby boy's one, which is blue. So again, the exact same material, but in blue. So nothing, it's absolutely nothing special. Just rent it up on the sewing machine. Is that nice? She's cuddling into it. But so that's what I've gotten. Now I have been asked, do we have any names in mind? Oh my goodness, I don't look good. We've been asked, have we any names in mind for the new baby? And we do. We've had this name picked out since we were 17, 18, I think. Since before we were married, thought about even having kids, anything like that. So if I was going to say if we're having a boy, oh my goodness, that's how tired I am. When the baby comes, we'll be calling him, he'll be christened Oberon, but then for short, we're going to shorten his name to Obi, O-B-I. It's just a name that we've liked for so long. It's kind of, it sounds Gaelic-y, it's not. It's spelled O-B-E-R-O-N, and I think the Arabic translation is a father's joy, but we love it, and it's from a William Shakespeare play. That's kind of where we first heard it from. Loads of family members have been saying, like, are you not afraid that he's going to be getting bullied and, you know, all of this? And I was like, well, I'm not a fortune teller. I can't tell what the future holds for him. He could be bullied because he has to wear glasses. He could be bullied because he has braces. Like, you know, he can be bullied for a million different reasons if he's going to get bullied. So, no. And like, we have, you know, friends that have had babies with unusual names. So I'm not worried at all. I think in today's day and age, the name, like, you know, the time of Mary and Jack are over. I don't think names are I don't think Oberon is that different. The reason we're christening Oberon and not just Obi, which is what we'll be calling him, is so that he has a choice when he's older, you know, to have a more serious name. But we love the little shortened Obi. I'm getting out of breath, sorry. But my family loved the name anyway. At first, I don't think they did. But as they got when I was pregnant with Robin and we were going to have a boy, I don't think they liked it then. But then once we found out we were having a girl, then they started thinking about it and they liked the name, but they love it now. Oh, down you go. Okay. So we've also had comments like, oh, it's like corporal punishment calling him Obi. Like, stupid. Oh, I could actually get really angry over it. Do you want to go on the floor? Do you want to go walkies? Let me close the door. But I'm not gonna get mad over it because it's kind of laughable now. Like, we were in two minds about the name Oberon when I was pregnant with Robin. We were kind of like, you know, it is unusual, blah 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 blah. But then when we found out we were having a girl, we weren't disappointed that we were having a girl. Oh Jesus, no. But we were kind of like, oh, we don't get to use the name Oberon now. So that kind of brought it home to us that that's the name we really liked. So that's the name we're going for. With Robin, we didn't tell anyone her name until she was born. Because like that, there was just so much judging going on. So, not judging, but you know, like everyone has an opinion. Like a bum hole, everyone has an opinion, and most of them stink. But so we just kept Robin's name secret until she was born. But this time we are telling people because it is quite unusual. We're like, get used to it because that's the name. Full stop. So yeah. So if I hear one more person saying it's corporal punishment, and like I wouldn't even mind, that person hasn't even said it to our faces. It's just her say what we're hearing back. And yeah. Anyway, isn't that always the way people talk, and other people talk it back to us, so we always hear what's being said. So anyway, that's life. But she's doing really, really good. She's where are you? I'm trying to find you. Say hi. Don't press stop, please. Don't press stop yet. Hi. I had your hair all tied up before I went to the toilet. And you had the go out. You are a messer. She makes me laugh. So that's that. I went for my dermatology appointment. I'm only showing the arms. I'm not going to show the torso because it's like not nice. But I went to the dermatology appointment yesterday, and that was just talk about leaving your dignity at the door and being mortified. The doctor called me in. Now the first thing I thought was, oh Jesus, he's really young. And for me, like, doctors should be old. So I went in and the room was like tiny. There was like a bed, a desk, and there was hardly any room to stand. So my sister waited outside with Robin. So I went in and he was like, oh, I think I recognize you. We used to get the bus to school together. So that was even like worse because I was like, okay, so now like we kind of know each other. I didn't recognize him. Maybe he looked familiar, but I didn't know. I don't know him from Adam anyway. So he was kind of like, you know, I showed him the rash on my torso. I just lifted up my top. And then he was like, yeah, would you mind taking off the top? So I was like, holy Jesus. I was like really embarrassed because like I'm modest anyway. So that was like, I was like, oh, okie dokie. So I'm like blushing now and thinking about it. So I took off the top and like, I was fine. I was prepared. I'd shaved my armpits and I was wearing a nice bra. And then he was like, is it anywhere else? I was like, no. And then he's like, well, we need to see the legs, so would you mind taking off the trousers? And I was like, this tiny, tiny room with this young male doctor. And I had to take off like my oh. Anyway. So, like, that got the bus with me, apparently. So, when we were in school. So I was like, okay. So I took off, like, you know, my trousers. And I'm like, just stood. There was like no room. And he's going around, you know, looking at it. And then he's like, if you wouldn't mind just standing there because I need to draw it. And he had like, you know, a picture of a torso and he had to draw how the rash looked. And I'm like, oh, you know, when you just want the whole ground to swallow you up. And the only thing that was going through my head is, why did I wear a white bra and black knickers? I was like, they're not even matching. Because I'm like freaky like that. If I know I'm going to be like examined, I'll match my bra and knickers. So then he called in, he went off, he told me he was getting like a prescription pad, but when he came back he had his the head consultant with him, and the head consultant came in with someone else, and the room's so tiny, and I was stood in my bra and knickers. And then he was like, oh, you know, it could be fungal, or it could be, and I cannot remember the name of the other thing he said. It was in Latin. But he's like, it could be this, which I'm doing a big conference on next week. Do you mind if I take photos? And I was like, just... And like at this stage I was sweating because I was so uncomfortable and just embarrassed. And I was like, well, whatever photos you take aren't going to be flattering of me, like, because I have my big pregnant belly out too. So he was like, well, they're not going to be of your face, they're like of the rash. So I was like, fine. So then he's going around with his mobile, not even a camera, so it just made it feel all seedy. And when I was telling Morgan the story, he was like, I don't think you went to your appointment, I think you just went to someone's flat. So he's like, I think you had a date. So the consultant was like taking photos off his mobile, like it was horrible. So, and I was like stood there going like, well, this isn't embarrassing at all. So then they've prescribed me cream. I'm to take that twice daily for 3 weeks and then go back to them in 4 weeks time. And I was like, I'm gonna have a newborn then. It was just kind of like, oh, it kind of brought it all home. But yeah, that was my story, my mortifying story. So look at her. I'm trying to find her. Where's she? Hey, what are you doing with those nappies? Are you playing? Is that fun? You know, when she's happy, why not? So I'm gonna go and upload this, and I'll talk to you guys whenever. Bye bye.